but maybe I can share my favorite slang dialect word. It's a Viennese one, and I've learned about it quite late in life. It's Kuttenbrunze. Kuttenbrunze, which is, I mean, it captures also this Viennese sense of humor. You know, you have everything that is in old comedic tradition. It's all about, you know, what goes out of the body and what comes in, and it's a critique of Catholicism. So the Kuttenbrunze is the Mönch, the monk. Yeah,
oh,
the
yeah.
monk. So the one who pees into his, you know, little dress. So this is
my favorite Austrian slang word, and it's my favorite because of its versatility, is probably "oida," which can mean many different things, from an expression of surprise to something like an insult. So it covers a whole range of meaning. That's what I like about it.
I'm thinking about this German aspect as well, because when we learn German in Hungary, they always tell us the little differences of Austrian and German. So for example, the Tschüss is like a big thing, like some parts of Hungary they even say that too. So when I experienced it in person, that I went to Germany and nobody understood Tschüss there, since in Austria people understood that, and I was like amazed by what kind of language did I learn in school in the name of German.
No cap would be a good example. Yeah, where it's I'm being serious about this. I'm not lying.
There was a time that we used the word krass a lot, and that was actually after the Berlin Wall came down. And I remember that we thought that that's an Eastern German word, and we kept using it. Like, oh, this is from Eastern Germany, and that is so cool, krass, right? It's not really a slang or anything, but I remember that we associated the word with Eastern Germany in my I would say young age, between 8 and 12 probably. And my daughter right now, who is in that age, she has different words like cringe. Yes. So it was so cringe.
Auf Deutsch? Sie sagt das auf Deutsch?
Auf Deutsch, ja.
Das war so cringe.
It's so cringe. It was so cringe.
I probably didn't use it much, but I like schleich dich. And then when people were trying to show me that I didn't have a perfect Austrian accent, it would be Ich kann so schwach. And you can probably ask an Austrian to say it, and they'll do it correctly.
Yeah, well, I grew up with a Styrian dialect, and what can I say about that?
What's the Styrian dialect like?
It's very like if you take Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is also from Styria, and if you imagine his English transferred to German, that's how it sounds a little bit like very soft. Yeah.
My husband learned German already in college, and so then he came with me to Austria, and one day he would say, "Das ist ein Stück von Torte." It's a piece of cake. Obviously, you can't translate that. Everybody thought, where's the cake? We don't have a torte, you know, what is he talking about? So these things came throughout my life, but not only that, I'm a professor of German language. So you can imagine, we would play with our students around. My husband was very inventive, for instance. He would talk, in the family would explain something, and then he didn't know a word, and he would make it up. And so he said, within his little story that he told, he said, Untergrund Baumstück. Do you know German enough?
Underground piece of tree.
Yeah, what is that called in German?
Untergrund Baumstück.
Yeah.
Is that like a root?
It's a Wurzel, exactly. He didn't know the word for root, so he called it the underground piece of tree. Everybody knew what he meant.
Circumlocution.
Well, isn't that phenomenal? So I would use these sayings and stuff. He was a wonderful source for that stuff.